Good afternoon, members of the Silicon Valley Women in Human Resources Association and guests. In my last presentation, I illustrated with undeniable research that when more women are at the top of organizations, it results in financial strength of those organizations. And I also told you that the numbers don't reflect it. Today I'm going to suggest to you some actions that you can take that will benefit all of us. And it is my hope that after today, you will never again be unaware of the gap that exists for women, and you will become a catalyst to closing that gap. What are some of the solutions that women can apply? In Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's speech at the Women in the World Conference in 2012, she said that for women today, it means never giving up. Women like Eleanor Roosevelt, Dolores Huerta, Billie Jean King, Oprah Winfrey, they never gave up on pursuing their passions and reaching their goals. They were wildcats. And these women shattered their own glass ceilings, and today I'm going to tell you about strategies that they use that you can use. Number one, build your networks. Women, like men, cannot fully develop as leaders if we don't have networks, role models, sponsors, and mentors. A mentor is a trusted advisor, somebody who does the work that you do better than you do, who can teach you lots of skills to succeed, can help you identify your blind spots and the assumptions that you might make. And sponsors are much more powerful than mentors. They will open doors for you. These are individuals who are very well connected. And of course, role models. It could be somebody you know, it could also be somebody famous. But role models are absolutely essential if you're going to succeed and advance in your career. Number two strategy is develop your leader identity. If you intend to advance as a leader, knowing yourself is the first layer of that foundation. You don't have to act like a man. There's room at the top for all styles of leadership. And women have a lot of those natural characteristics, like intuition, collaboration, celebration, advocacy, and what was the last one I wanted to tell you about? Oh, authenticity, of course. So getting feedback on your approach from people who are going to encourage you is absolutely essential. It's going to help you continue to look outward and not look inward and second guess yourself. And you've got to be clear about your passion and values. Number three, support systems. We all need them, and we need to ask for the help that we need from every single one of these. What's the worst thing that can happen? They say no, right? Number four, step up and stand up. So women, we advocate for lots of other people, right? But we don't always advocate for ourselves. But you're the best person to advocate for you. Nobody's going to do it like you will. So you've got to do that. Men, on the other hand, they'll go for a job if they only know half of the skills. We wait till we know almost everything in the job to apply. You've got to also run your career like a campaign. You've got to look outward. You've got to lend a hand, volunteer, hang out with top performers, and be mindful of how you're perceived by others, because it can pay dividends when promotions and stretch assignments come along. 79% of women who have made it to the top say you also need P&L, profit and loss experience, if you're going to make it. Increasing the number of women in leadership is something that women can do, but it's something that organizations have to do, because they're the ones that are influencing what happens in their organizations. It's going to take comprehensive, systemic change that can only be realized through organizational transformation. And the best organizations know this. They communicate the change broadly, they set the business case out there, and they reinforce the desired mindset that they are looking for. They also develop what we call gender balance metrics, and they do it from the start, and they measure these metrics regularly, and they communicate their progress to everybody in the organization. They refine processes like how we hire people, train them, develop them, promote them, so that individuals see that those systems are as objective as possible. They create workplace and career flexibility so that men and women who need to leave and take a break in their job can come back at the financial progress where they left. And they create mentorship and sponsorship formal programs within their organizations so everybody has access to that, not just men, not just those who are in the know. And they pay women equally. They have objective methods of measuring what somebody should be paid. It's not based on what you made in your last job. Do you know that still women only make 80% of what men make for doing the same job? Over your career, you could lose $500,000 by not getting paid what a man gets paid. And finally, they model the change. Changing the mindsets of only the top people isn't going to cut it. They change the influencers, the direct supervisors. Advancing more women into senior positions will help companies rebalance the executive committees and in turn the women who are already trying to make it to the top, and it's going to change it all the way to the very top. Businesses, the business environment for women will change, but the conversations at the top will have a dramatic change as well. Whatever your career goals are, and you all, I'm sure, have many different ideas of what you want to do with your careers and where you want to go, I hope you will become a catalyst to closing the gap by talking about these ideas at work with your coworkers and at dinner with your sons and daughters. Let's improve leadership in our communities. Let's advance more women. Toastmaster?